On today's episode of Promises Made, Promises Kept, it's time to do my civic duty once again. Because it is $4.65 motherfucking cents a gallon for regular gas in Ruby Red, Iowa. And congressional Republicans have now suggested that we drop $1 billion in taxes on Trump's motherfucking ballroom. So if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. The week between this episode and last episode, gas is up 30 fucking cents a gallon, so I don't know if RFK Jr.'s brainworm mutated and they've all been infected, but these boot-licking motherfucking congressional Republicans have got to be out their goddamn minds to be asking for $1 billion for a fucking ballroom. All that while diesel fuel is almost $6 a gallon in the middle of planting season. Oh, and don't forget, that billion for the ballroom also comes along with about 70 billion with a fucking B for the same group of masked fucks that have been terrorizing the US for the last year and a half. Not a fucking chance. I know their skulls are rock fucking solid through and through, but they had better get it through their brains that this shit is not fucking happening.
It's hard to believe that it would take 2 centuries for the Lord to raise up a great man to bring that ballroom finally to stand where it needs to stand. It's extraordinary. We only had to wait 200 years.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Like, summer blend, winter blend, fucking Iran shit. No, you know what it is? It's bullshit. That's what it is. This is Washington, guys. Highest fucking, we're not California, but we might as well fucking be. This doesn't have anything to do with any of the bullshit that the news wants you to fucking think it has to do with. This has to do with our fucking King Bob, who taxes the fuck out of everything. When people see this that aren't in Washington, you guys are like, oh my God, Iranian war, oh my God, see what Trump's doing. No! Our gas was already $4.65 5 days ago. Summer blend, the new summer blend has nothing to do with all the gas taxes that fucking twat waffle Bob puts on everything. Fuck you.
I cannot believe it. Gas went from $3.55 up to $4.19. That is a 64 cents increase in 1 day. 1 day. Now you explain that, President Trump. I voted for you, and so far everything is going up. Groceries, gas, schools, everything. Our economy is getting worse, not better. People can't afford to feed their children. The gas is going up, and yes, I did vote him in, so don't make any snide remarks about me, okay? I thought maybe he would actually do something about it, but nope, nothing's getting done. Nothing. 64 cents a gallon. It's ridiculous. Walmart right now is still at $3.55, so I'm filling up. This is just getting out of hand.
Trump promised lower prices on day one, and that's why millions of his supporters voted for him, because they wanted cheaper gas and lower grocery prices. But now those promises are looking like higher gas prices, expensive groceries, higher bills, and many voters, they say they feel lied to, ignored, and even betrayed. So let's have a look.
So Trump came out a few hours ago and said that Americans are going to suffer financially for at least 2 years while his tariff strategy takes place. Okay, which means millions of people are about to lose their jobs, they're about to lose their homes, they're going to lose everything they have, kids are going to be food insecure. We are looking at an economic tsunami. Okay, there's only one of 2 scenarios in which we can turn this around. One is Trump is lying about the tariffs. If he's lying and he backs down the tariffs, that could help. Okay, he lies every day, so that wouldn't be surprising. But if he's not lying and he keeps these tariffs in place, the only thing we can do is march in the streets and fight back. Call your local representatives. Do whatever you can. Show up at town halls, okay, and complain before he takes every single thing you have. Don't think he'll lose a minute of sleep over it. He's a sociopath. He doesn't feel your pain. He doesn't care about you. Believe me. Even if you're MAGA, he doesn't care about you. I know you think he does, but he doesn't. It's time now, guys, to take control. This is the only chance we're going to have, and we're running out of time.
$50 to make homemade hamburgers?
This is what $10 worth of groceries looks like.
This was $200.
Pump stops at $150. I'm not even at 3/4 of a tank.
I just spent $70 on a tank of gas.
I just paid $6.99 for a bag of chips that was filled a quarter way with chips and 75% air.
I want to remind you that in this last year, Donald Trump's wealth has increased threefold. He's up to almost $8 billion. Don Jr., his wealth increased sixfold. He's at $50 million. And Eric Trump, the big winner, his wealth increased tenfold to almost $500 million in 1 year. And Mega wants to know, what's the big master plan? Trump's playing 5D chess. I'll tell you exactly what that master plan is. It is to extract as much money from you as fucking possible. That's why Trump was sued 3,000 times by small businesses, because they did work and Trump refused to pay them. Trump University got sued because he was fucking scamming students, selling them 3-day real estate classes, the gold package, for $35,000 and not delivering anything. His charity got shut down because Trump was taking money that was meant for children and veterans, and he bought himself a $10,000 self-portrait. The plan never changed. And now these motherfuckers are trying to change voting laws and gerrymandering so that they stay in power, so that your fucking vote don't matter. If you feel like your voting rights are infringed upon, or you feel intimidated, or you feel like something's not right, you call these people up, because they are collecting evidence for a massive lawsuit against the federal government. Because make no mistake, these motherfuckers want to stay in power. No matter what, they want to stay in power. And we cannot let them.
I hate the president. I hate his cabinet. I hate what RFK is doing. I hate Pete Hegseth. I hate all of these self-dealers who are selling out the American experiment for some new version of aristocracy. But I blame the Republican Congress. I blame the Republicans in Congress because they could stop this chaotic nightmare whenever they wanted to. They have the power. They just choose not to. Congress is the check on the president. Congress is the check on the executive branch. Congress is the check on the Supreme Court. The president can be impeached. Cabinet members can be impeached. Supreme Court justices can be impeached. But these representatives are just sitting around doing nothing. Literally nothing. They're not even making laws because everything is an executive order right now because they just want to hold on to their job. Well, how important is your job? Is it destroying your children's future important? Is it crashing the American economy important? Tripling the debt important? Turning a blind eye to child sex trafficking or blatant presidential corruption important? The entire world order is on the line and you're like, oh, well, Donald Trump has to like me, so I'm reelected in 2026. Reelected to what? What's your job? To ignore potential war crimes in the Caribbean? To sit by while the president declares war on Venezuela and sends our troops into harm's way for no reason? To preside over the end of cancer research, or the destruction of the CDC, or the death of 600,000 people so far because Doge just indiscriminately closed USAID? You want to be the ones responsible for the killing of our farming sector due to random tariffs, or the death of personal freedom while AI and surveillance goes unregulated? You're just cool with gangs of masked men pulling people out of their cars and places of work and school lines to disappear them into some new $1 billion unregulated prison complex? Because you could stop all of that whenever you want. Even if you like it, you could regulate it. You could make it more fair. You could align yourself with the law and the Constitution, but you don't. Because you don't care. You don't care about the economy or the American dollar or healthcare industry. You are happily allowing every social safety net to disappear.
Trumpers come and get me. Hey, listen, Donald Trump's gas prices are out of control. Jim Johnson was just on CNN and was asked what Donald Trump's gas prices was going to do in the future. He said they could potentially go up. They went on to ask him, they said, Donald Trump ran on the premise of saying that on day one, gas would be under $2 a gallon. He responds and says, hey, well, because of the war, we have inflationary gas prices. But here's the thing. Donald Trump has had 7 months to get gas prices down before this war started. He's had almost 7 months in office, almost maybe 6 or 7 months to get gas prices down. Gas prices has not been under $2 since he took office. Okay. They stayed at about $2.60, $2.70. Which I guess is better than $3, but it's still not what he ran on. So now he's saying after the war, the gas is going to drop like a rock. And all of the Republicans have bought into this coup that this man talks about. This gas prices is dropping to under $2 and they're soaring up to $4 and $5 a gallon in some states. It's Donald Trump lying to the American people. Donald Trump has lied to the Republican Party. And what it shows you about the Republican Party is they're easy to be manipulated because gas prices are not coming down. No one can answer to Donald Trump and his buffoon ways, because he's had 6 or 7 months to get gas prices down and he's not. Trumpers, come and get me. And I'm glad you're paying high gas prices.
I don't know about you guys, but I am genuinely so tired of working every single day and still having nothing to show for myself. Gas is fucking $4 a gallon. Diesel is fucking $5 a gallon. And then on top of that, groceries. My husband and I went to fucking Dillon's on Sunday, got 3 bags of groceries. It was like $80. And I'm like, for what? Like, this is ridiculous. I did not sign up for this, and I know nobody else signed up for this.
Hello, Billy Hills. Here's your daily reminder that Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck about you. Not one. Not 2 shits or a give a damn. $1.7 trillion was the collective wealth of all those billionaires who went to China. Guess who paid the bill for them to go there? Not them. No, we did. They went to China on our dime. We paid for their travel. We paid for their food. We paid for where they stayed. Oh, and they made fabulous deals. Your McDiddler Taco Tits said that. Yeah, do you think they made any deals that make your life better? No. All you Billy Hills are getting data centers in your red states because your governors, your state legislators, and your city council are taking bribes from those billionaires who went with Donald Trump. So when your air, water, and land is polluted and that humming is driving you fucking crazy and your cancer rates spike through the roof, don't come crying to us. We told you. You already can't afford gas. Your utilities are already doubling and tripling. I'm sitting in a house while you're owning the libs that doesn't have a mortgage. I have 2 cars that are newer that don't have car payments. I have stocks. I have IRAs. I have 401ks. I have investments. And you have your Confederate flag and a president who doesn't give a fuck about you. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, and by the way, I'm fully stocked. When things go to shit like they say they're going to in the next 6 months, yeah. Don't be looking at us to help you. We told you so. Enjoy your poverty.
What's the cost of a 1-bedroom where you live? Because if you're like the residents of Atlanta, Georgia, it's becoming increasingly unaffordable. I made a previous video about this where the average rent in Atlanta is $963. I should have clarified that's per person. And so when you take 2 people needing to have roommates now, the age group of 45 to 64 is increasing at a rapid rate over the last 20 years. They're basically bringing to the table about $810 on average. That buys them a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,600 for 2 people. So if you're like the people of Atlanta, it is becoming absolutely unaffordable, unobtainable to even rent, let alone dreaming about buying a house.
Many Americans say they are frustrated with how Trump is handling the economy, and many they believe that Trump policies are the ones that are causing higher prices, and this is true because the ongoing war with Iran is what is causing gas prices to rise. Many people are tired of going to the grocery store and watching a few bags of food cost almost half their paycheck, They are exhausted of paying higher gas prices while the politicians keep blaming everybody else, They are exhausted from rent increases, insurance increases, medical bills, electricity bills, and the constant fear that one emergency away could completely ruin their lives. And what makes even Trump voters angry is that lower prices was not just a campaign slogan, it was the main promise. And this is one of the biggest reasons why many people voted for Trump in the first place. Many people believed him because they were desperate for relief. They wanted someone to tell them that things would get better. But now the reality looks completely different. Instead of relief, many people say life is more expensive. But many people tried to warn them, but they didn't listen. Economists warned that trade wars often raise prices for consumers. Kamala Harris warned about the Iran war, but many people ignored those warnings because many people were driven by fear, anger, hate, and political loyalty. And many people are now realizing that campaign slogans are easy, but governing is very sensitive. When leaders make risky economic decisions, ordinary people are the ones who pay the price, like the war in Iran. It's affecting gas prices. And when gas prices go up, shipping cost increases, businesses raise prices, inflation spreads across the country. And that's why many people, they now feel trapped. This moment should be a lesson for everybody that people should never worship politicians because politicians are not saviors. They are public servants and they should be judged according to results, not the slogans, not the merchandise, and not the emotional speeches. Because at the end of the day, people will experience real life no matter who you voted for. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.